Got you.
So another one I wanted to ask you guys is like it's kind of off track, but I know they're coming out.
Hand in the mic.
Yeah.
I know they're coming out with the new GTA 6, and they're talking about crypto is going to be in the game, so people are going to be able to make money off of the game. So in that aspect, I wanted to ask, like, I forgot what it's called, but I think it starts like, but they're saying that you can be able to put money into the game and be able to make it off of the game, like playing the game and shit. So I forgot what it's called, bro. I think it's something like SoFi.
Oh, see?
I don't know if it's SoFi though.
Is it
I don't know.
DeFi?
I don't know what it's called.
Wait, they put what in the game?
Crypto.
Yes,
Crypto's gonna be in GTA 6.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to figure out what it's called.
What it said?
It says no official confirmation.
Oh, it's not in yet?
Not officially, but they're
They're trying to put it in?
Let me shed light on that then.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me see the mic. Yeah, so the thing about this is that's the talk, right? And so that would be the first of its kind to incorporate crypto with a game. Mm-hmm. And so like globally, like Grand Theft Auto. So what did that say up there?
Same thing.
The only thing that will be stopping Rockstar from incorporating any crypto with their platform is regulations. If we don't have regulatory statutes that would allow us to incorporate crypto, like transact right with among each other, because it's still anonymous at the end of the day, right? It's not your name is not attached to it, so it's you're a bunch of numbers. Your account, right? Your wallet address is a bunch of numbers, so you're not a person yet, right? I mean, you're not like you. It's not you, quote unquote.
It's not real life.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And so, real life.
That's what I'm saying. Like in the game, you're gonna be able to make the money, but it's not gonna be the exact same money you get in the game. They're gonna I think they're gonna try to trade it out for something smaller. Like say it's like 2 million.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're probably gonna give you some money off that.
Let me tell you what they could do.
100, something like that.
Yeah. So what Rockstar could do to make that happen is just like you were saying, I didn't even think about it like that, like a bridge between the real crypto and what they dish out. Right. So what they could do is buy they can make their exactly
what the actual amount is.
They can make their own crypto. Mm-hmm. Right, and so the revenue that they make from you playing the game, you have to transact with them. So taxes, you have to pay them to put the money on there, pay to take it off. Right, and so that is absolutely a great idea.
Been doing this though. Bro.
Yeah,
and they should been doing this for
absolutely.
People that really play the game and actually stream the game and stuff like that. Like,
yeah,
they should have been doing this for GTA 5 and all type of games like that. That's great.
And then that's gonna open up another world for people that don't even know about it, right?
Play the game
exactly.
And be able to make money off it.
Exactly.
Like me. You know
exactly. See? Come on.
Yeah. I really think that's where we're going, bro.
Right.
That's where we're going, bro.
Because we already do that with music, right? You remember that thing with Tory Lanez, and he sold his album as NFTs. Mm-hmm. That's practically the same, but we're just talking about digital world. It's not real.
He was a pioneer with that one.
Yeah. And then
the
thing is, when he sold the collection of NFTs, everybody who bought the album and however many they bought, they all made money. Mm-hmm. It wasn't like it was like you feel me?
Yeah.
They all made some cheese, but yeah.
They invested into that.
Exactly.
Sure.
Quick flip, crypto.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Crypto.
Yeah, but this is the crypto section of what is in the Full Circle Wealth portfolio. I'm gonna give it to my guy right here, break down them stocks, man.
Yes, sir. Hey, shout out to Flash for breaking down the crypto, man. Because what matters most with crypto is, there's a whole bunch of cryptos out there. You know what I'm saying? Like he just showed you on CoinMarketCap, you can look at all these different cryptos. Brought up the fact that we can make a crypto right now, right? But what matters is that utility, right? Even if you are holding for something short term or long term, whatever the case is, with the stocks, it's about what type of value does this company bring. With the crypto, what type of utility does this crypto offer to our economy? Correct?
Yep.
Hey, and I learned that from our boy. You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
I'm not even gonna lie. Before we started working together, I didn't know too much about crypto because just like anybody else,
What's DOW mean?
that's the Dow Jones.
Yeah,
The
that's
Dow
the Dow
Jones is so basically that's the index where it makes like industrial companies like Walmart's in there, like Home Depot's in there,
Is that
like
300?
Lowe's. What?
Dow Jones is 300 companies?
Yeah, I believe it is 300 companies. No, today it dropped 300 points.
Nah, but incorporated, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's
isn't it the Dow 300?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's the Dow 300. I don't mess too much around with the Dow. That's but that's also something that people use to gauge the market. So this right here, I got this up because this is live, right? So CNBC, the market closes every day for us, Monday through Friday at 1 p.m. We're in Seattle, right? So that's the Western time, Pacific time. My bad. And CNBC, right? Come on, mouse. Right, so right here on SPY, it's going. You can see it closes. You get the post market. That's when it goes blue. As soon as 1 o'clock hits, it goes blue. You get to see post market and what's doing aftermarket. Then you go to CNBC, they release. And right, when CNBC, they got right here, they give you the rundown. U.S. equities fell on Wednesday as new developments out of Washington exacerbated. What you think? Exacerbated?
Yeah.
Yeah, we ain't finna. Yeah.
Concerns.
Amongst investors about U.S.-China trade relations. Disappointing corporate earnings from companies including Texas Instruments and Netflix also weighed on major averages. So we had disappointing earnings from Netflix, right?
Yes.
So what earnings is, if you guys do not know, right, that's when the companies, they are legally obligated to release every 3 months their revenue, right, and what goes on in the business when it comes down to the finances. And we have a disappointment from Netflix. I'm wondering why. Can't quite find the news, but hey, if you guys know it, put it down up in there. If you guys end up putting it, whatever, you guys figure it out, let us know. But they must have not reported as well as we wanted them to, right? Because they have a projection and then they have what they actually reported. And if they don't meet the projection, it's no bueno.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So now let me break down some of these stocks and why we got these stocks in our crypto portfolio, right? This is where's the marker at, y'all?
Come on,
It's
man.
all good. It's all good. We still on? Yeah, Twitch, y'all need to fix y'all platform before we talking about. All right, long story short, man, we about to get into this, man. It's not gonna be a long story short, but we about to be talking about why we got these stocks up in here. I had something else that I wanted to say, but I forgot it. Long story short, bro. SPY, man. That's what I wanted to say. All these are affordable.
Yeah.
All these are affordable, bro. So this is besides Bitcoin. Hey. But when it comes down to, you can still own Bitcoin. I suggest still buying it because you still own something, and something is better than nothing. And you just it's about owning the asset, not necessarily how much you have. Yes, that matters over the long run, but that's not as important as owning it. Build that position. You know what I'm saying? $500 in Bitcoin, $200 in Bitcoin, $50 in Bitcoin, right? $70 when you get paid from your check into Bitcoin, right?
All 10%.
Yeah.
Right, and just start to choose which asset you want to focus on first, and build a position, and then move on to the other ones.
5%.
Right, literally something is better than nothing, and build it over time. Right, I started with 10%, gradually got up to 15%, but even now I know 10% is my minimum. But if I can do 20, okay, I can do 20. If I can do 15, okay, I can do 50. No matter what, I'm doing 10. You know what I'm saying? Long story short, man, let's get into it, man. That's the third long story short. GDLC, that's a crypto ETF, right? We can talk about that real quick. You can break it down just a little bit.
Yeah, I got you just a little bit. So, what this is it's an ETF for cryptos. It's first of its kind, and so what it holds is, it really holds commodities as rather than stocks. So it holds XRP, Bitcoin, gold, and what was the other one? There's one more.
I forgot. XRP, Bitcoin, gold.
There was one more. I think it was it Cardano?
You We looking it up.
Real quick. Yeah, we ain't.
We ain't sounding dumb.
Right. We finna see. Grayscale holds CoinDesk's cryptos,
And it's
5
5
ETF.
of them.
Yeah.
$54. You can own.
Keep going down.
Okay.
Oh, no, a little bit more.
So you would have to put that $54 in there just to own it.
Mm-hmm.
Holdings. God damn. Fix your website.
Right. It's all the way down. Okay, so what they hold is, let me bring it a look. Nah, what they hold is Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Solana, and Cardano. And that's a crypto ETF that, yeah, they hold those 5 cryptos. And right now it costs how many dollars? It was 56?
54.
54 and you can have a small piece of all of the pretty much the top 5 cryptos, right? And so, yeah, instead of it's a little bit easier for you to invest into, instead of trying to figure out how much you want to put in Bitcoin. You can buy 1 share of the ETF, which is $54. Bang.
Yeah, nah. See, that's the ETFs come in handy, man. Next, we're gonna. That's why we talk about the SPY ETF. I didn't talk about that 18 million times. I'm not even gonna waste time on it. If you don't know it, you ain't listening. I talk about it every day, every week on Wealth Wednesdays, man. So look, GDLC, man, $54, man. It's about changing your life, not only just with the finances, but through the mindset, right? Becoming an owner, man. We taking this dollar and we buying more money. We buying assets that we can own, man. And buying skills. Next is Meta, right? So next I want to talk about is Meta. Meta is the company Meta, man. That's Facebook, right? Y'all all know Facebook, right? Everybody know Facebook, man. Everybody know about Meta glasses. Everybody know about Instagram, right? You know about WhatsApp. It's used all around the world, right? So Meta is a company that this is a company that is just a real pioneer in what's going on in the AI space, right? And going on with our new era when it comes down to the life that we're going to be living. I mean, virtual reality, social media, right? You got the Meta glasses with the not the VR, but with the display now, right? They're working on augmented reality, right? So Meta's doing a whole bunch of great things, man. It's a great stock, and I really like it because Meta, when it comes down to stocks, you want to look at a company's cash flow and profit margin. Meta has a whole bunch of cash, right? They get a whole bunch of money because their profit margin is 50%, right? It's around that area. Don't quote me right now, but it's around that area, right? And that means that if they had $100 and somebody buys the product, they are able to keep 50 of it because of the products that they build, right? More often than not, right? They don't take a lot of. It doesn't take a lot of upfront money for them to create their products, right? They can get a lot more profit. So that's why I like Meta, not only just about all the money that they have, but just what they're doing into our world. I mean, we got Instagram. We use that every day. So people spend ads on Instagram and Facebook. Yeah. Mark Zuckerberg owns both, right? So when it comes down to stocks, you want to look at the companies who are actually really moving our day-to-day lives. Netflix, right? Meta, right? Apple, right? These guys are a stamp in our day-to-day lives, and if we're using them and consuming them, we should already be owning them because they're great companies. Ooh! All right, thank you. Next, NVIDIA, right? NVIDIA, right? This is the leader in the AI space when it comes down to they're not the leading AI company, but they're the leading company that produces the products for the AI company. And I say they're the leader because a lot of what's going on without AI wouldn't be possible without NVIDIA's top tier products, right? They build GPUs, graphic processing units, CPUs, central processing units, right? And then the semiconductors, that's what they use for the chips. I don't know what they do all the way. Do you know what they do all the way for the chips and what they do with the AI?
Yeah, so not too deep, but the semiconductors are kind of what makes the computer flow, right? Every computer has a semiconductor. Even our phones have semiconductors. So it allows the whatever machine to move more fluidly. So with AI, what it would do is speed everything up, right? Making fast, calculated decisions from trial and error, right? And so yeah, overall,
Fire
That's my
breakdown.
understanding
No,
of it.
that's a
Yeah.
fire breakdown. That's a fire breakdown. And so these guys, if we look right here, right now, Nvidia's up thousands of percent in the last few years because, well, look how big AI has gotten in the last few years, right? They've been the leaders. They work with all the top companies. You got, they work with the companies I just named. I believe Meta works with them. I believe Amazon works with them. I believe, I know, OpenAI, ChatGPT, the owner of ChatGPT, they are powered by NVIDIA's chips, and they just got a partnership with NVIDIA for $100 billion to work with them for years upon years to curate for them, right? So NVIDIA is just, and I know you be streaming, you be gaming and playing GTA 5M, and all, you know that, so you know about what a GPU may be. You know about all that. You know they have the top tier GPUs. You know.
Yeah, I run the video literally.
Right, so NVIDIA and AMD, they run that space when it comes down to what we're trying to do in the tech space in our world, right? So they're about to power it all. So that's why NVIDIA, that's why I say that's a stock that we got to cop, right? In the last 6 months, 68%, 32%. But forget about the percentage, right? I mean, yes, that matters, but the quality of the company and what it's doing, that's just a byproduct, right? If you invest into a quality company, good percentages are a byproduct of, you know, you just gonna win, right? So that's NVIDIA, man. That's why I got NVIDIA. And I'm gonna break down SoFi, right? I broken down SoFi before. It's a software finance, man. You know, we're moving into tech. We're moving into a whole digital world, man. And we know about Chime.
And that's why I was saying about GTA. I think they're gonna use SoFi. I'm not sure.
We go. Hey, don't quote us on that, but
I'm not sure.
hey, if that's the case, that is, you know, that's
Shit,
dope.
and he called it early.
Yeah,
For
yeah,
real,
sure.
for real.
For sure. You know what I'm
Uh,
saying?
all right, so look, man, you know, SoFi, man. So we know about Chime, we know about Cash App, we know about how we can just go online and get a new card, right?
Right.
But we know the stigma behind Cash App and Chime. You know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, I wouldn't say the stigma, but I mean, yeah, the stigma. I mean, Cash App and Chime known for, you know, you can get your money scammed, or, you know, you got scammers on there, right? Maybe being used for illegal purposes, right? But get that out the way. It's really about the fact that who uses it, right? It's your day-to-day person, right? It's your normal everyday person. Maybe a kid, maybe a teen, you know what I'm saying? Somebody who's just day-to-day and going to work in their 9 to 5, right? You wouldn't really see a business owner with a Cash App card, right? But ain't nothing wrong with that. And if you do, ain't nothing wrong with that. All I'm trying to say is SoFi is they're a pioneer in this space when it comes down to software finance, because they cater to a bigger audience, right? They don't just cater to your everyday person. They cater to, you know, somebody who got a little bit more money in their pocket, right? Somebody who kind of hold themselves to a little higher standard, right? You don't see everybody with this card, but if you do see people with this card, they're on a different type of caliber, right? So what I'm trying to say with that is, they also have options trading. You can buy and hold crypto, and you can buy. I mean, I own SoFi shares through SoFi, the app, right? So I'm making that point. All this to say that it's attacking a wider audience, right? Than your Cash App and Chime, right? This is more than just your everyday person. This is that businessman. This is that investor. This is that, you know, somebody who, like I said, right? So, and they're doing not only that, you can partner and build a relationship with them, right? So just like they've had that in their system, you know. So a lot of people go through them and they refinance student loans, right? They do some refinances for mortgages. They're working with the banks right now, so then they can actually partner. So then you can get some money lending from SoFi, right? So they're really going all in on that digital banking system. You know what I'm saying? And when you, this is a smaller cap company, but when we look at smaller cap companies, what we want to pay attention to is how they're growing, right? So a smaller cap company, what that means is they might not be all the way profitable, but this is SoFi has been, it was down, it was going through a rut for a minute, right? But this year it really took off because SoFi was going up and down due to the fact that they were building their company, right? And you can see when a company is being built by looking at their financials. Okay, yeah, they're negative 9,000 this year, but the next year they're negative
$4?
Yeah. Yep. So a company may be negative. They may be negative down in profit this year, right? But the next year they're less. Say it's negative 9,000 in 2024, but then the next year it's in 2025 it's negative 5,000, right? And then 2026 you see negative
So this
2.
is where they started?
Hold on. And then next thing you know, it's negative 2. I done lost the train of thought. Say it's negative 2 million, right? All you see, what I'm saying is you see the negative, right? That means that the company is pouring. They're not profitable, but they're pouring back into their business, right? And when a company is pouring back into their business and seeing results, you can see the negative go down, and then eventually you get positive, and that's what we exactly seen with SoFi, which is why a lot of people like this stock. So, what was your question?
Where they starting at? Did they start at $10?
So $9 was exactly where they started at in 2021 when they opened up, and they hit a high of $27, right? And they ended up going and fluctuating all the way, right? It was kind of all hype, but now it's more than hype. They're profitable. They're partnering with people, right? SoFi Stadium is what you see at LA Rams Stadium, right? So, SoFi, I'm on this train before Wall Street gets it, right? Because when you look at stocks that cost a little less or a small cap, you got to look and dig and get into how you can look at their financials so you can see the numbers, right? And all that takes skill, man. And we coming out with some things to help you guys get that skill, man. Lyft, right? We know about Lyft, man. This is a $20 stock, man. But it's a top tier $20 stock. It just ran back. $20 is around the high, but it just ran up from a low of like, let's see. If that's all the way, April 24, $11, right? So Lyft all year, I think it's been up like it's been up 100+%, right? Not I think. I know we just talked about that the other day. We're at 100+%, right? Maybe I think it was 140, right? This year, right? Lyft is going crazy. They're not only going crazy in the market, they're going crazy day to day, right? Lyft is partnering with Waymo, who does automated vehicles. They're trying to get automated vehicles out here and have the AI drive these vehicles, right? And they're testing out in different places, right? I know Arizona is one of them. They got this new facility that they're building in Toronto, right? I just was outside earlier. I see they partnering with Bird, the Bird scooter, right? Lyft is also one of those companies who were kind of on a negative end, but are now turning profitable, right? So, with these smaller companies, it takes a minute for you to see that growth, right? But you're able to see it through the numbers, and you got to get in there at the right time and let the company prove itself to you. Can't get in too early. You don't want to be too late, right? But you can get in there at the right time, right? So that's why we like Lyft, man. Lyft. They're gonna be, when it comes down to self-driving cars, right? Self-driving Uber, self-driving Lyft, man. They're keeping up and they're testing, and they got that coming out, man. So I see Lyft, having them self-driving cars coming out, man. How you feeling, bro? Are you gonna hop in are you gonna hop in a self-driving Uber or self-driving Lyft if they pull up?
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Just mentioned by that, I just seen something like that last night about it was like a limo driving itself, I think, and it had stars in the roof and all that. So I don't know, bro. I might. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
That sounds lit.
How you feeling, man?
That sounds lit for sure. I ain't gonna lie.
You guys know how I'm feeling, man. I ain't getting in that car unless psych, nah.
He gonna hop in there.
I'm gonna get in there, man, but I don't know, bro. The robot need to be
You
right.
exactly.
Exactly.
You gotta think Tesla used to do it. You know what I'm saying?
And they doing it. If you got a Tesla, I need one of them, right?
Yeah.
They self-driving, man. Their self-driving system
Sit
is.
down and go to sleep.
Yeah, man.
But
So
I'm in the front seat though, right?
That's different.
For a lift. You feel me?
That's different.
While I'm
Yeah.
in the back laying down in the 550, like that's. I don't know, bro.
I don't know.
Side seats.
I'm gonna definitely need it to prove itself first. I'm not gonna be the example, right? But I wouldn't mind hopping in there once it gets to that point when we're, it's set up, man, efficient, right? So, man, we just had that breakdown today, man. I hope you guys learned something, man. We're gonna close it off like this. Any last things y'all want to say specifically?
Hey, man. You know what I'm saying? Keep living your life. You know what I'm saying? Keep starting.
Where can they find you at, man?
Hey,
Instagram.
Instagram, you know what I'm saying? Put the MVP, and you gotta put dot, K, dot, and then put smooth. SMOOVE. You know what I'm saying? Same thing on Facebook.
TikTok,
MVP K
TikTok,
smooth.
you know,
Hey,
you
TikTok. You probably wanna go tap in with the gaming, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what you need.
You know what I'm saying? K Savage and K Savage 135. You feel me? Go tap that in. It's K Savage 135. You know what I'm saying? Go follow. Go get in tune. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, man. If you guys like the gaming, man, go tap in with my dog, man. Come in. We on there, man.
Crazy.
With that being said, man, shout out to y'all, man. Full Circle Wealth, man. Follow us at Instagram, at the Instagram, Full Circle Wealth _. Subscribe to the YouTube. That's where we uploading this video. Follow the Twitch, man. We're coming at you guys every week. Any suggestions that you guys want us to break down, whatever the case may be, let us know, man. But another good Wednesday.
Full circle
Another
out,
good
man.
Wednesday, man.
Come on, man.
Come on.
Full circle well.
Pause. Hold on.
Yes, sir. Boom.
Come on.